One of the main reasons why students are not successful in college is because they look at a syllabus that has a timeline and they see, oh, the final paper isn't due till the second to last day of class, so that means I don't really have to do anything with the paper until specific deadlines are. It's like they have a very hard time structuring their time, so they tend to procrastinate.
If they get behind in their coursework, then they get panicked and the anxiety builds, and then they're not focusing. So if they have a high stress level or a high anxiety, they're not going to be able to focus on all this work that's snowballing behind them. By not coming to class and not preparing, the other thing would be not asking for help soon enough. You need to ask at the first sign where you think, oh, I'm confused by this, even if it's just one lecture. Go and find out. Get it clarified in your mind. A lot of times students will wait until after midterms or two-thirds of the way through the semester before they seek help. It's really almost too late by then.
Students don't always do the work. And you miss one day, okay. You do another day of not doing all your work, okay. But it starts to create a snowball effect. And depending on how many courses you're taking and how much you're doing that, even if it's just in one course, you set yourself up for a situation where there becomes a point of no return.
There are a lot of students who are really overbooked. They're trying to work full-time. They're perhaps a parent or taking care of a parent. Perhaps they have a very busy social life that they're not willing to give up. Maybe they just really like spending a lot of time on Facebook or Worlds of Warcraft or whatever the computer application is they like. So what I see is that students just try to do too much. And so you have to scale back, you have to make some sacrifices, you have to ask for some help, come up with a support plan, and then you've got to set aside that time to study or to write or to get on and practice your computer skills or whatever the need is. You have to attend class. That's the main thing too.
I also think a big impediment to success is to skip out on some of your at-home work early on in the semester, because we don't assign work that we don't think is really important, because we have to look at it and it takes a lot of time for us to evaluate that. So when I assign work for you to do outside of class, I'm doing it because it's going to support your success. So if you don't do it and don't take advantage of that practice, you're not only missing out on the practice, you're missing out on the feedback you would have gotten if I had seen that work. And that feedback informs the way I teach and the way I interact with my students.